fuck. So yeah, I shared it. I shared our other one on Facebook, but then we had to abandon that, so we came here. So fuck it.
We're
And
live.
we're live. Fuck this shit. Oh man, it was busy last week. We didn't get to do a live one last week. Joan Rivers died. That
Yeah.
hateful bitch. Um,
Oh,
she was a hateful bitch. Joan
are you
Rivers. She was hilarious. Don't get me wrong. She was funny as fuck, but she
okay?
was just hateful. She was just a hateful fucking woman.
At first, I thought you said hateable, and I was going to ask if you knew who she was.
No, no. Joan Rivers is hilarious, and she was
Oh
amazing.
yeah.
She's probably the funniest woman ever. Just like
A-
Robin Williams was the funniest man, she was the funniest woman, but she was hateful.
And she was awesome at not apologizing, which everybody does now. Oh, I'm so sorry. And she's like, I'm not
Yeah.
sorry. I said it because it's funny. Get over it.
Yeah, I said it because it's funny. Get over it. That's what I
Yeah.
believe. So fuck off. And
Hell,
I respect that. I mean, I respect that personally. That's
yeah. Well, that's why my style of humor, too. That's why all day at work, I spent the day going on every little thing that would happen. I would say, oh, man, this is worse than 9/11. Their pencil breaks. Oh, my God, this is worse than 9/11.
Oh, and that's today too. Oh,
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't
man.
really do that.
That was you should have just said that it's because of 9/11.
No, I didn't do 9/11. That's what I meant. I didn't do
Oh,
that.
oh well,
That
fuck you.
wasn't me.
You're an atheist. You're an agnostic.
Yeah,
You don't. We can't. We're not capable of that shit. We're not capable of destroying something because we believe in something,
that's true.
and we're not. So
No, if we're gonna
we're,
destroy something, it's just for the fun of it, not in the name of some invisible
well,
person.
there's gonna be facts behind it because you and me, we're very evidence based thinkers.
Hmm.
So if we do destroy something, there'll be reasonable amounts of evidence that would say that it needs to be destroyed.
Like when I destroyed my dog because it couldn't walk anymore, or was
And,
pretending it
and
couldn't walk
it
anymore.
was pretending it couldn't walk anymore.
Yeah, so I destroyed it.
But other than that, so it's September 11th today, or as some people refer to, I've seen Happy Jenga Day.
Yeah, Jenga. Oh,
So yeah, but my favorite quote for
oh
today
God,
is "Science
that
will
was
take you to the moon.
rough.
Religion will fly you into buildings."
Oh my God.
and and you and me are in a fantasy football. We're fighting each other in fantasy football.
We're fighting each other. Well, you know
Well,
what? And then I'm glad you brought that up because as the league commissioner, I'd like to make it perfectly clear right now that I did not see the Ray Rice tape before I signed
oh
him.
no,
I
you
released him.
no,
I
you
just
know
released him.
you knew about that. You
I
knew
did
about
not
that
see the tape.
months before. You knew about that.
I knew that there was an incident, but both parties agreed that it was nothing to worry about, and they assured me personally that nothing would ever come up. And I personally did not see the tape, so I had to let Ray Rice go from my team.
I don't believe that for a second. I mean, is this indefinitely? Did you release him indefinitely, or
I
if he
indefinitely, and I
indefinitely?
have I'm gonna have a team of independent investigators, just to show you guys that I really didn't know. They're gonna investigate it and make sure that I didn't see the tape until the other day when everybody else saw
Oh man, Ray Rice.
it. That was a left hook.
That was, wasn't it? I mean, I don't. You don't know what actually took her out. If I was Ray Rice, I'd make the argument as, "Hey, I punched her, sure, but I didn't knock her out. The wall did."
That the railing along the side of
Yeah.
the elevator did. But you know what? He did that punch was the kind of punch I imagine myself throwing all the time at people in elevators, but I never do it.
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
exactly how
fuck.
it plays out in my mind.
That's why he's. I mean, that's why I will never get into an elevator with Ray Rice ever. 'Cause
I would just never go to a casino with him at all.
he'd want to hit all the buttons. He'd just be like
Yeah.
boom, boom, boom. You'd be like, no, my kid wants to do it, and then he'd knock out your fucking kid.
Oh boy.
Just, Ray Rice. Just make that sound too as he does it.
That's what it does. That's what
Yeah.
your head would do bouncing off that rail.
Yeah. So yeah, if his lure was any good, he'd be like, hey,
I
you know what? It could have been the fist. It could have been the rail. It could
I
have been the
signed
floor.
I signed Ray Rice because I knew he was on a 2-game suspension. He wasn't a crazy person that smoked marijuana and needed a full season suspension. You know,
Yeah,
he was a safer bet. You know, domestic violence. So what?
Because marijuana is a performance-enhancing drug.
Exactly. So if you test positive for that, you're out of the NFL forever. But
seriously, what is marijuana compared to punching? At the worst case, you smoke marijuana right before a game. You get high on a joint right before a fucking game. At worst case, you're gonna run the wrong way when the fucking play is called. At the very worst case.
It's barely something that's even illegal anymore, and people are still getting full season suspensions for it.
But when we say barely illegal, it's still illegal. So don't make
everywhere.
that argument. Yeah, it's still federally illegal.
They decriminalized it in many cities now. It's completely decriminalized in Denver.
It's not completely decriminalized because it's still a federal offense.
Yes, but it's still an offense in Afghanistan. Amsterdam.
They'll fucking chop your head off. They'll chop your fucking head off.
It's not illegal anymore.
But anyway, at worst, you get on the field and you go for a fan. You run towards a fan because he has some fucking munchos and some bean dip. And that's the worst he's going to do in football. It's not going to make you any better at the sport.
You do the Lambo leap, put your hand in a little nacho thing while you're up there. You're fucking good.
His whole hand comes sticky with fucking nacho cheese. He just comes out, he's just licking it as the fucking play goes on.
Yeah. Or when you're running out and you're trying to do a button hook, you're cutting right, and you just notice that, you know what? When you look at the lights at this angle, they look blue. And next thing you know, there's a football hitting you in the head, or
you sit down, you start playing with the fucking grass and shit. Forget what you're doing.
So either and if you're a quarterback, same way. You know, you're throwing a ball and distracted. Either you're high or you're Tony Romo. Either way, the receiver's not getting the ball.
Fuck. Tony Romo.
Yeah, and this is your first time playing fantasy, right?
Yeah, this is my very first time. Which the person I played is known as the Rain Man of football. Someone told me that. I believe someone I'm talking to right now told me he was the Rain Man. He must be more Rain Man.
You're talking to.
He must be more Rain Man than he is for Mark, because I didn't do shit and I still beat him.
Yeah, and you know what he did? I think he played on what he knew of the players from their previous years. Reggie Bush used to be good. Okay, that's great.
Yeah. Not anymore.
Shit right now. So, and I warned you when we were doing the fantasy stuff too that it becomes an obsession somewhat, and you're definitely the obsessive type.
I'm very obsessive.
I was glad to see that right before the game. You were trying to think about players making moves. You were completely obsessed.
I'm an obsessed person. I mean, this podcast takes over my life for the most part. I mean, I'm worried about it, and then now on top of that, you're throwing me into the deep end on something I don't want to be fucking swimming with.
No, it's dangerous.
It is. I don't want to be in this fucking thing.
You go from watching one game a week to paying attention to everything that's happening all day long.
I didn't watch any fucking football games ever. I don't like football. I never turn on football. Hey, someone wants to watch a football game, that's fine. I'll go do something else. I don't like football. I just don't like it.
You'll just go bake some cookies or something.
I'll bake some cookies. I'll wipe my vagina. Yeah, wipe my vagina, make sure back to front. All right? But I watched every single fucking game that was playable. I'm thinking about getting the fucking Superfan package now.
The Red Zone? You dive into the Red Zone?
Just so I can fucking watch more games. Watch all my fucking players. I was cussing at them.
It's fun for me too because I'm on top of the league right now, the very top. You can't get higher than where I am right now in our league.
Unless you do some pot and you get suspended.
Oh, no, I got that covered.
Okay.
I was high as I was becoming the highest.
I was high as I was becoming the
Right.
Whoa.
I was up there. 119. 1 point higher than the guy right below me, which was wonderful too. I think that's almost better than a severe deficit.
It's just barely inching it out.
Squeaking by.
Just barely making sure they see the middle finger as you're passing them.
That's one. That's one better than you I am.
Yeah, just making sure they see that middle finger. poking him right in the fucking eyeball, right?
I've only been playing fantasy for like 2 or 3 years now, and I wasn't a huge football fan either. I would watch the Eagles games with my friends on Sunday. But now I know these guys. I know what they. Well, this guy didn't perform very well when he played in a Dome Stadium last year in the month of September.
I tell you what, I'd completely reverse my opinion on Michael Vick. Completely.
Why?
Because I might have to draft him.
Oh my God.
I might have to draft him or pick him up off the waiver wire. So at
Uh-huh.
first I'm like, that dude's a dog murdering son of a bitch. Now he's like, he's not so bad. I might
Yeah.
have to have him on my team. The dude's okay.
And I had the wife puncher. Well, I had him. I had to drop him.
Fucking-
And I probably wouldn't have dropped him if they didn't. I'm seriously questioning if they didn't suspend him further after that tape. If they said, well, he's still just 2-game suspension after that tape, I might have kept him on my team.
Oh man, he just cold cocked her. That was
It looked
No.
like that was one of those steroid kind of rages, though. Like, it's like, you can't control yourself. She came at him, so he saw it as some kind of, I don't know. It just, the arm shot out there uncontrollably, knocked her out.
you watch the video and some people say she spit on him. To me, it looks like he spit on her. He just spit on her, and then smacked her, and then smacked her again. But yeah, if that lawyer was worth any two shits, he would have been like, hey, you know what? Could have been the fist, could have been the rail, could have been the floor. He tried to drag her out to safety. He tried to drag her out.
Yeah, but he left her feet kind of dangling halfway in the elevator, and he's just grabbing her shoes.
He was picked up her shoes all pissed off. I'm surprised he didn't throw it at her gut. Like,
Oh, man, now I got to carry this bitch.
spike her and then start doing a dance.
Oh,
That
man.
fucking dude. Oh man, and that's what I don't get. I don't get why, like we said, marijuana can get you one penalty, but then beating your wife did you. And another thing, so he's indicted, right? So Ray Rice gets indicted on these charges on the 28th of March, the 27th of March. He
I
gets
thought they
indicted.
weren't going to because she didn't press any charges against him.
She married him the very next day he was indicted.
Yeah.
The very next day. They moved up their wedding months in advance.
Now, I heard that she didn't press charges, but I also heard that in New Jersey, it doesn't matter. The police or the government can charge you with something even though the person's not pressing charges, especially in domestic violence, because it happens all the time in domestic battery cases.
Yeah, but I mean, if they have those,
I got tape now.
they have the tape. The tape has audio, but shit, if she doesn't want to testify, she's not compelled to now that she's married to him.
I don't. The tape's audio is just one of those big bam things that comes up in the old Batman. Bam, pow, boom, pow.
Zout.
A big colorful pow with like a sunburst of blue behind it. Pow. Kazam. Yowzers.
Yeah, but it's done like in those black exploitation movies, the black exploitation movies. Shazama! Kapow!
Boing.
Oh,
She
his
goes
afro pops out. He smacks her.
She goes up through the ceiling, and then she's hanging in the air for a second with a sign that says "Help me," just before she drops back down.
He hands her the book on gravity. He's like, "Here you go." And she falls.
He puts on an Acme glove.
Oh yeah, I've heard all kinds of shit though and it's mainly fanboys who are defending Ray Rice. What Ray Rice did was just beyond stupid, and I personally believe he deserved to lose everything he fucking had.
Yeah.
For many reasons, and one is he is a role model to the
Absolutely.
people coming up behind him.
I think they miss that a lot too with people. They'll say, like, with athletes, they're like, yeah, who cares about his personal life? And if you make your personal life public and there's kids looking up to you, you're like a public figure now.
Yeah,
You
like
have
it or
some
not.
level of responsibility.
Yeah, like it or not, you are a public figure. Even this show, and it's
Oh God. Yeah, we should
Yeah.
practice what we preach.
Yeah, no, yeah, I haven't hit anybody in a while.
No, but you did make a Jenga joke related to 9/11 when we started the show.
Yeah, it wasn't a very good joke because it all fell apart.
Oh, that just made it worse.
Oh
Setting
shit!
an example for all the children listening.
Oh yeah.
They're gonna
Inside
think
job,
that's okay.
9/11 inside job. Wake up, sheeple.
Since we're still in football, and I know we had this conversation before about the Redskins,
Yeah.
I've got a strong opinion on something I've been thinking about recently involving that. Now that the
Okay.
football season started, there's a few announcers have all come out and said, we're not going to say that name anymore. They're allowed to keep it, but we're not going to say the name. You know, they've had the name forever now. What, all these years before this, it was fine for you to say it, and now because everybody else agrees that it's bad, all of a sudden you're like, oh yeah, you're right, it is bad. I'm not going to say it any, you know.
Yeah. No.
Well, for all this time they're saying in between.
What name should you think they should have now? What name would you give them?
Smallpox, scalpy, dead red men.
What?
Yeah,
That is a perfect name.
that would be good, right?
No,
I don't know
not
what
by half.
the logo would be hard.
All they could call themselves the Cherokee. They
Yeah.
can call themselves
The blankets.
the blankets, smallpox blankets.
It'll be on their helmet, just a blanket. A
They
blanket
call
and a
themselves smallpox blankets. And
guy
people
itching
come out-
himself.
Oh shit! But I mean, yeah, they call themselves the Sioux, the Cherokee.
There's tons of names, but there's it's such like fakeness to it. There's so
Yeah.
fakeness in broadcasting. Like, this is terrible, and I'm not going to say that. That's the only reason you're not going to say it now is because you would look like the bad guy if you did. You don't really care. They didn't care all the time before it.
They might have. I mean, I can't say if they did or they didn't. I agree with you that they probably didn't, but
They've
might
been complaining about that name since '92. Is the first time people were really registering their voice about thinking that was a bad name. '92.
Yeah, I come from a town where we have the Chiefs, right? And the tomahawk chop. They used to.
Oh, I know it.
Chop. And that was a big deal growing up. The tomahawk chop. Oh, that's something I don't understand. Chopping a fucking tomahawk.
Yeah.
Not that big of a fucking deal. It wouldn't be any different than scoring a touchdown and someone shooting a fucking shotgun and making the shotgun.
And that is what every one of their songs sounds like anyway. I was at an Indian powwow, and that's what they sound like.
That's how they sound like when they talk. I was going to the fucking.
I'm not liking this name, maybe.
I am liking this name. John is a very good person.
There is also a lot of Indian reservations in the area polled. 88% of them do not find it offensive. On an Indian reservation.
You know what I find offensive? The fact that I make a reservation at an Indian reservation and they don't even let the white people in.
Did they cancel your reservation?
They canceled my reservation.
Hey, Chief?
Hey,
Chief, not gonna stay here. That's your name.
What makes the red man red?
Blood.
Racism.
Oh, fun.
Yeah, I don't.
That's fake.
But
So that's
yeah,
fake.
but to your point, they could have had a problem with it, but they had to say it because of their job. Maybe one of them said, "Hey, I don't want to say this shit. Do it or you're fired." And they're like, "I need the money."
So that's just it. If anyone really felt that strongly about it,
they wouldn't. Exactly, they wouldn't do it. So I agree with you.
If it really bothered you that much, you would say, "No, I'm sorry. I'm not going to change my convictions for you."
Yeah, I agree. No, I agree with you. You're absolutely right. Now that they have the public support on their side, that they can do that, and it's really no different. I think the name's 100% racist. No one.
Yeah. It absolutely is.
We had this discussion some shows back where we were gonna just put half-ass podcast on Redskin logos. We can do that. We should do that. We should throw the Redskins.
They didn't lose the patent just yet. They're fighting it, but they probably will.
Oh, when they do, it's gonna be half-ass podcast with Redskins logos on it. So
us and about 400 other companies probably.
Who cares? We're just gonna throw it up on there.
Let's begin entertainment first.
With a stamp that says "Now even more racist." Whoosh.
Now, the fantasy stuff. I wonder if we should just do a podcast now that's just a fantasy podcast. That's it. But
Well, like you're a
But-
dragon and I'm a wood elf.
yeah,
and-
exactly. Or we just do fantasy things in other situations. Like I start thinking about that kind of shit now. Like I'll
Like-
be at like getting lunch, like at McDonald's, and this.
Uh-oh.
What?
What?
Someone's on the couch.
Uh-oh. Go get them off.
Where'd mommy go? I don't know. She's out there. She's sitting on the couch with you. Yeah. So anyway, I'm at McDonald's and I'm thinking.
No, I want to find. No, fuck this McDonald's. I want to find out who's on your couch. Who's on your couch?
No, she was saying that mommy's not sitting on the couch with her.
Oh well, what the hell?
Yeah,
No,
it was
what the
kind of
hell?
rude of Lauren. It's kind of messed up.
Yeah, why is she shitting on the couch?
Because
Not shitting. I just said shitting on the couch. Why isn't she sitting on the couch?
Because she's a mentally abusive mother.
What?
Yes.
She's
Just
also
mentally abusers.
she's also mentally abusive towards her fantasy teammates.
Yeah, she is, and she talked. So that's another fun thing that happened. I played Lauren this week in the fantasy.
Yeah,
Our first
you
week,
did.
it was me against my wife. I did not lose.
No, you didn't. You didn't even.
I did
you
not lose.
You didn't even get close to losing, did you?
Well, no, because even in the beginning, when I was losing in points, I still knew I was going to win because I had
Yeah.
so many people left to go.
Oh yeah, that's not even.
Calvin
losing.
Johnson had about 82 touchdowns.
Oh, 82. And you should have made a side bet. Next time you make a side bet.
But listen, this is what I was going to say. I started thinking of like fantasy stuff in other situations. Like, I'm at McDonald's and I'm like, this girl's taking forever. I would never sign her on my fantasy fast food team. She would not be my first choice for cashier. Hi, Xavier.
Oh, all right. So no, you can't see that. You can't see that. That your fantasy fast food team wasn't that funny. It was the fact that your daughter comes shuffling into the screen. She was just doing a little shuffle into the screen,
There she goes.
and there she goes. She's wanting to check up on you. Yeah, I like that fantasy fast food thing. So,
Well,
so what-
any situation, the fantasy, like I was sitting on the bus, the lady sitting next to me, she
wouldn't
got-
be the fantasy
Well,
bus
no,
rider.
this lady got on and she saw that this guy was just about to get up for the next stop, so she waited, she got close, stepped in, he stepped out, she got up and sat down. She'd be my first draft pick for the fantasy on the bus team. Yeah,
Fantasy
'cause she's
on the
good.
bus team.
Yeah.
What
it
about
works for everything?
now? How's this work for sex? All right, everything. How's this? How do you pick a fantasy sex partner?
You get somebody younger.
How young? How young would you go?
2
Nine.
years younger.
Oh shit! I didn't know what to say. I'm like, oh god,
Hi,
no.
Sophia. Can you say half-ass podcast?
No.
Okay.
Yep, she says no.
Yeah. No one can. That's all right.
No one can, Sophia. Just, I like the fact she just shuffled in there.
Yeah,
You're gonna have to watch this later and just watch it come up to this part and just watch her just shuffle in.
I
Just
caught it at the end in
slowly.
the bottom corner. Yeah.
Oh, right as you tell your joke. So it sounds like I'm laughing at your joke, but I'm really just laughing at how amazingly cute your daughter is.
That happens most of the time anyway, even when she's not in her. Yes?
They gonna
something
find her
cute.
real father?
We talking.
Probably not. Not if I have anything to do with it.
You'll murder that son of a bitch when they
Yeah.
do. Just stab him in the neck.
Yes, I will murder him. Will, as in didn't happen yet. Sure. Sure, it didn't happen yet.
Oh shit, yeah. So, look, fuck man, 9/11. I'm bummed. I'm bummed. You know why I'm bummed about 9/11?
Because it happened?
No, I don't give a shit that it happened.
Oh, okay.
I live in fucking Missouri. It didn't affect me other than the fact that it makes me 6 times harder to get on an airplane.
Yeah, it does do that.
Well, it may. I can't fucking carry more than 2.5 ounces of Listerine because they think this fucking thing's a bomb now.
Why are you
Oh,
carrying a
what
lot
the
of
fuck?
Listerine around?
I'm not. That's the point. I want to.
Why would you need to? What do you need a bucket of Listerine for?
In case my breath smells bad.
Won't they sell it wherever you're going?
Hey, you know what if I wanted to draft somebody from my fucking fantasy sex league?
Yeah, you can buy the
You-
Listerine wherever you're going. That's one problem I have with people complaining
what-
about liquids on planes. You can get it wherever you're going.
No, I'm on the plane. I need it then. I
Are you
need.
going to the moon?
Yes,
Trying to gift
I'm on
shop
the
on
plane.
the moon?
I'm on the plane. I turn. There's a girl from my fantasy sex
Oh,
league.
you mean in case it happens on the plane?
Yeah, I need my Listerine. I have a little bottle of Listerine. 2.5 ounces ain't gonna do shit.
Or if you're an alcoholic and you just want, there's no
Well,
alcohol
chug
on the
it.
plane, you want to drink it. Yeah.
Chug it, my Listerine.
You get the stewardess.
I got. Every single time they single me out too. They single out the big bearded, fat, fucking Midwestern dude to pull out. We don't have any fucking. We barely have any fucking blacks in Missouri, and we barely have any fucking Muslims. So they single out the fucking guys who look like they would be trouble.
Well, right now with the beard you got going, you do look like something you'd see on CNN. Like meet the man from ISIS that used to live in Missouri.
Yeah.
Left his family and moved to the Mideast. That looks like you got that look going on right now.
If I get a tan, a little bit more tan.
Yeah.
Oh God, I could just do that too. I could just talk. I just be like ISIS. Not even try to mask my voice. I'd be like, yeah, I'm here to behead this dude.
ISIS. Yeah, you guys, what you're doing is kind of fucked up, and I wish you'd really stop. Otherwise, we're gonna cut this dude's head off.
Yeah. So.
For Allah.
Yeah, it's Obama's fault, really. I mean, it really is. It's just Obama's fault. And you see this guy, he reported on something once, and he's not famous until we kill him. Then he'll be fucking awesome. But
Did you see Obama's speech last night?
no, I don't. I don't watch that shit. It's all the same. It's regurgitated. It's all the same shit.
We know what we're gonna do. Yeah, we're gonna arm the people because that's worked out so well for us in the past. Like Saddam Hussein, Osama bin Laden. They're all people we armed to help fight other people before.
Yeah. So now we're arming the rebels who to fight the rebels we armed, who were fighting the rebels we armed to fight the populace of the people we wanted to kill.
And you know why? Democracy.
America. So, yeah, it's just depressing. I don't watch that shit really. I mean, I'd rather just sit back and watch Big Brother After Dark, and hope to hell that one of them get naked, but they never do. You never.
Yeah.
I mean,
I've caught myself doing that before too. As well, it's after dark. Maybe they're gonna show a boob, and it's just them sitting on a couch talking.
yeah, and they sit there and they talk, or they play under the covers. They're very, very well aware of that. There's cameras watching their every move. So.
Watch this. Little head in 5, 4, 3. Oh,
I saw a little. Oh.
Yeah.
She's just hovering around you.
That was great for the radio.
Yeah, that was pretty. Your daughter popping her head up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you know what? He kept messing. Well, I was listening to. I didn't listen to it either. I just saw the highlights on CNN this morning.
Yeah.
And he kept saying ISIL too. I didn't know there's something different. ISIL, ISIS.
ISIL?
Yeah, ISIL is something. I guess the same but separate because he kept saying ISIL, and I rewinded. Like, am I hearing him wrong? And then in the report it says that it's something about the Islamic State, and I don't know what it is. What the fuck? She's playing the flute.
Oh, you jumped up ready to fucking murder somebody or save somebody. You're just
That
like
was high pitched.
you're like, what the fuck? I'm gonna go save something, or I'm gonna go murder something.
No, I looked happy. I was like, ooh, a flute.
No, you jumped up. You were ready to run out and protect your kid.
Dance. I was run out and dance.
You're gonna go all dad on him. Yeah, I don't. Fuck, man. That's a whole different subject. I mean, that's all. ISIS just bugs the shit out of me, and it doesn't bug the shit out of me because they're killing people. I could give a shit less what the Middle East does to the Middle East. All right. What I do care about is what we do to the Middle East when we have fucking problems of our own here.
Yeah, absolutely. Spending way too much time somewhere else.
We're spending way too much time trying to kill people over there, and then they spend way too much time trying to kill people over here. I mean, fuck, how many fucking different colors of people do they need to kill before they realize they need to stop killing different colors of people?
And when you break it down to it, honestly, is the message they're really trying to get across really that outlandish? Like, please leave our land. We just want to be here on our own. Leave. And we're like, no, we're not going to leave because you want to kill your people. No, we want to. This is our land. Just leave, please.
We're just gonna make them worse. I mean, fuck, we're killing all the decent people and just leaving the fucking shell-shocked,
making them crazier and arming them. Here's more money.
Yeah,
Give
hey,
it a big
I'm
bop.
sorry. You've seen wars for the last 12 years? Here's a weapon.
Meanwhile, Russia started testing intercontinental ballistic missiles again,
Oh, that's
and
awesome.
and have warned against. They're doing that because of the aggressors of the U.S. and the West and NATO. So, get your tickets. World War III coming up.
Cold War, woo! Cold
Yay!
War.
You're ready.
What was this? Would this be like the
You're ready.
lukewarm war?
You know
The
what would probably
tap-
help people?
Tap
Oh,
water
the tap
war.
water war. Tap water war.
Tap water war.
the Nipply war.
The tit-bit nipply? The tit-bit nipply war.
There was a breeze. You know what helped people survive World War III? If you tell them about our websites.
Oh, man. Well, if you really, 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 really want to survive World War III, you need to go to halfasspodcast.net. Not only are there 0 articles about how to survive World War III,
Mhm.
there's mostly just articles in this podcast and stuff to piss you off, basically.
Interesting.
If you want to learn how to make a blow-up doll,
I do.
you go to howsyourrobot.com.
.com. Okay.
It'll
Writing
teach
it
you how to it'll teach you how to make not only a blow-up doll, but also a vacuum.
Oh, that sounds delightful.
It is very delightful. It's a
Nice.
very interesting website. It's all encompassing.
Do you have a pamphlet?
No,
Okay.
but I'll tell you how to get there.
Great.
Howsyourrobot.com. Halfasspodcast.net.
Oh, very interesting.
You can find us on Facebook, Half-Ass
Yeah.
Entertainment. You
Sure
can find us on Instagram, Half-Ass Podcast. You can find us on Twitter, Half-Ass Podcast. You can find How's Your Robot side of things with How's Your Robot. Just type in How's Your Robot, Twitter, Instagram, whatever, and it'll pop up. How's Your Robot?
One question for all that. What is the internet?
The internet is what you can find in my pants when you put your hands down it.
The interneting of your pants. Okay.
No. The
Like
internet.
swim shorts.
The interneting of my penis into your hands.
Swim trunks. Interneting of your penis into swim trunks. The
No, the
mesh.
interneting of my penis into your
Okay.
hands and soon to be your mouth. It's the World Wide Web.
Web. Got it.
Yes, World Wide Web.
Now, do I need to put a www before all those things?
No,
Okay.
you put in an XXX
Uh,
and then you put in a dot.
okay.
9-year-olds.
Do you know? Oh. That's in my search history. Why is that in? Do you know who puts www before website still?
What's that?
Assholes.
Assholes.
Mm-hmm.
The end.